You know, every 4 years, the entire world literally stops for the giants. We're talking Brazil, France, Argentina, the elite nations holding those permanent, comfortable seats at football's top table. But right now, the atmosphere is shifting. And as we're going to see in this explainer, the 2026 World Cup table isn't just shaking, it is about to be completely smashed to pieces. Because look, 48 nations, no one is safe. The sheer scale of the approaching chaos is, well, it's unprecedented. The old Gar is bleeding right now, and traditional powerhouses are looking deeply, deeply vulnerable. With the field expanding to a historic 48 nations, it creates this completely unforgiving environment. I mean, more slots just means more teams walking onto that pitch with absolutely nothing to lose. Seriously, no one is safe anymore.
Think back to recent history for a second. We're talking fading giants versus the new blood. Remember Saudi Arabia stunning the eventual champions, Argentina? Or Japan toppling both Germany and Spain? Literally, sending the Germans packing early? Look, those weren't fluky one-off miracles. No way. They were deafening warnings. The underdog isn't just a participant happy to be there anymore. They are a lethal, lethal threat. And for some of these teams, this new era is the only hope to break an agonizing generational curse. 28 years. 28 years. For nearly 3 decades, an entire generation of fans from a fiercely proud European nation has never even seen their flag wave on the world's biggest stage. I mean, their last appearance was France '98. That was back when most of their current squad hadn't even been born yet. Imagine carrying that weight.
For decades, Norway just kind of vanished into the footballing wilderness, right? Watching tournament after tournament pass them by. It's like going from the France '98 miracle to the year 2000 when Haaland was born, to 2025 and this flawless return. A single generational talent, born literally 2 years after their last World Cup run, has completely rewritten their destiny and dragged them right back from the absolute brink.
Haaland, again, absolutely unstoppable. Enter Erling Haaland. The guy is a complete machine. He bagged an absolutely ridiculous 16 goals in just 8 qualifying games. That's 2 goals a game. He didn't just show up to play. He completely bullied the 4-time world champion Italians in Milan, scoring 2 late goals to lock down a dominant comeback win. He's coming into this tournament desperate to prove he isn't just a club legend. He wants to be a true national hero.
And here's the thing, Norway didn't just sneak in through the back door. Go undefeated, win 8 matches, dominate Italy twice. They were absolutely flawless. 8 matches, 8 wins. Beating heavyweights like Italy both home and away. Armed with this high-pressing, super vertical style, they were a terrifying threat to literally any defense on the planet.
But you know, while Norway cruised, a completely different kind of pressure was boiling across the globe. One team walked right into the hardest, most grueling qualifying zone on Earth, facing an almost insurmountable nightmare. We're talking a literal death sentence high up in the Andes Mountains. -3. Yeah, before Ecuador even kicked a single football, they were slapped with a brutal 3-point deduction because of a falsified birth document controversy. So picture this. They started at the absolute bottom of the most ruthless gauntlet in world football, before the trial even began. Talk about having the deck stacked against you. Surviving on -3 points is, frankly, nearly impossible. Yet, they didn't just survive, they dominated. Look at this table. They clawed their way to 2nd place overall, finishing above Brazil, above Colombia, taking a points penalty that would have completely broken most nations and just weaponizing it into raw, pure motivation. Anchored by Moises Caicedo as their midfield anchor and an impenetrable defensive wall forged in the hardest competition on the planet, they even defeated the reigning world champions, Argentina, 1-0. They proved to the entire world that they don't just survive when their backs are completely against the wall, they absolutely thrive on it. But hey, Ecuador weren't the only rebels shaking up South America. Colombia, the giant killers, emerged from that exact same gauntlet to slay both Brazil and Argentina in a single merciless cycle. Let that sink in for a second. They beat the reigning world champions and the 5-time winners on the road to qualification. I mean, if a European team did that, they'd be walking into 2026 as heavy, heavy tournament favorites. And they're driven by this incredible mix of talent. You've got the 2014 version of James Rodriguez, reborn for 2026, seeking one final beautiful dance on the global stage, pairing up with the electric, global superstar power of Luis Diaz. They are battle-hardened, they press incredibly high, and man, they carry a massive chip on their shoulders right now. Meanwhile, across the Atlantic, another wildly passionate footballing nation was staring down into the cold, dark abyss of a seventh straight collapse. 6 failed campaigns, 1 miracle. 6 times coming so close, only to fall agonizingly short. After dropping crucial points to Greece, an entire country collectively held its breath, absolutely convinced that history was repeating itself yet again. But on a magical, rain-soaked night at Hampden Park, Scotland survived the brink. They broke their own 28-year curse by absolutely crushing a 10-man Denmark side 4-2. The roar in that stadium, it was the sound of decades of sheer heartbreak finally ending. They topped their qualifying group for the first time since 1982. Listen, this is not the hopeful, naive Scotland of old just waiting around for a miracle to happen. This is a gritty, ironclad, totally unified squad under head coach Steve Clarke. They're organized, deeply, deeply resilient, and perfectly built to just drag heavyweights down into the mud and beat them there.
Moving into the ultimate pressure cooker, Mexico carries an agonizing psychological weight unlike any other nation on Earth. 5. Between 1994 and 2018, they reached the round of 16 7 consecutive times, only to lose every single time. 7 times knocking on the door, 7 times sent home in tears.
It's the terrifying curse of the Quinto Partido, that famously elusive 5th match, the quarterfinal they've been seemingly cursed to never reach. But 2026, it's entirely different. They aren't just playing a football match. They are going to war in front of their own roaring fans on home soil. That level of home advantage isn't just nice to have. It is a massive, tangible weapon. With legendary 40-year-old Guillermo Ochoa in goal, about to compete in a record-equaling 6th World Cup, the emotional atmosphere alone inside stadiums like the Estadio Azteca will be a pure force of nature. Opponents won't just be playing 11 men on a pitch, right? They'll be playing an entire desperate nation. And as the knockout pressure inevitably mounts, traditional giants are going to have to face teams that have already proven the impossible as possible. Take the Atlas Lions, Morocco. They completely shocked the globe by becoming the first African nation in history to reach a World Cup semifinal, and now they are arriving in North America, carrying the immense weight of being the controversial champions of Africa. And they aren't just a low defensive block hoping for a lucky counterattack anymore. Defend with steel, counter instantly, dominate possession. They now dominate the ball with an elite technical level that easily rivals the very best midfields in all of Europe. They don't just want to survive against the big boys. They plan to dictate the entire game. And then there's the Samurai Blue, Japan, a team so aggressively pressing and tactically disciplined that they recently walked right into Wembley Stadium and casually beat England 1-0. It was literally the first time an Asian nation had ever beaten the Three Lions, and they did it with a level of composure that proved executing giants is, well, it's now just a routine habit for them. 3 goals conceded in 16 matches. Just think about that. A nearly perfect defensive record. Conceding almost nothing and transitioning with lightning speed from a deep block. Their stated goal for 2026 isn't just to participate, It is to shatter their own round of 16 ceiling forever. And trust me, it's not wishful thinking. It's a terrifying promise to the rest of the world. This is a new world order. The 40-18 format rewards pure momentum and a deeply forged identity. What all this means is that these underdog victories we've looked at throughout this explainer are no longer fairy tales. They aren't flukes. They are the terrifying new reality of global football. The brackets are blown wide, wide open. We are truly watching the dawn of an unforgiving new era on the pitch. The permanent seats at the table, they've been pulled away. The dark horses are fully ready to take the crown. The beautiful game is about to get wildly chaotic. So, which of these dark horses do you think will shock the world and cement their legacy in 2026?